So what's up guys, hopefully you're all having a good day. So the 6 weeks, some holidays are going by quite quickly, aren't they? Obviously it will soon be time for you not to go back to school. And obviously I hope you guys enjoy your transitions back to school. And I hope you guys obviously find it easy going back to school. Obviously it's going to be a stressful time, obviously starting secondary school. Now I remember what it was like starting secondary school, and I remember how nervous I was in my first week at secondary school. I knew I mean it was obviously it's a whole new thing. It's like obviously a new timetable, new teachers, I mean obviously I didn't have a new uniform. The first secondary school I was at didn't have a uniform. And it can be, I mean, obviously, it's absolutely fine to feel nervous, on your first day at secondary school. Obviously, it's like you guys probably will feel nervous on your first day. I mean, I certainly felt nervous on my first day at secondary school. I can remember how nervous I was. Obviously, I wasn't used to the uniform, I wasn't used to any of it. I mean, obviously, you're not expected to get used to your new school and everything within the first week. You're not expected to kind of settle down within the first week of being there. I mean, obviously, it takes a little while to get used to everything, um, and it can kind of take a while to adjust to being a secondary school kid and not being a primary school kid anymore. I think it did take me a few weeks to kind of get my head around the fact that I was a secondary school kid now and not a primary school kid. It was, I mean, it was an exciting time. I mean, obviously, starting secondary school was obviously an exciting time because obviously you're starting a whole new chapter in your life. Obviously, you closed the book on one chapter of your life and you started a whole new chapter of your life. But it can also be a very nerve-wracking thing, as obviously if you're not familiar with the school, you're not familiar with the new timetable, you're not familiar with the new classroom, you're not familiar with the new uniform. There's so much to get used to on your first day of secondary school, and it's very nerve-wracking. I mean, it's like for adults who are starting a new job, they feel nervous when they on their first day at a new job. I mean, a lot of your parents would probably know how it feels to be, what they felt, how they felt on their first day of school. It'd be good to kind of, maybe it would be a good idea for you guys to talk with them and see how they felt on their first day of school and get an idea of how they felt going into secondary school and how they were feeling on their first day. Because, I mean, as I said, it's absolutely fine to feel nervous. There's nothing wrong with being nervous on your first day at a new school. That's always going to be a big thing to deal with. It's a big change to deal with, and it's like that first big change in your life. You've got to kind of get used, to not being a primary school kid anymore. You've got to get used to being a secondary school kid now. But yeah, exciting times, I guess, for a lot of you guys that started secondary school. Obviously, it'll be nerve-wracking time for those of you that are starting college in September as well. Again, a whole new place to get used to. You guys that are going into secondary school, you're starting a new chapter in your life as well. You kind of finish school and you're getting ready to move out to the big wide world now. Exciting times. I mean, obviously, the best thing you can do, and the best thing to do, is always make a good first impression on your teachers and on, your fellow classmates. If you want people to see that you're a good person and you're someone that, they would want to be friends with. What you don't want to do is set a bad, make a bad first impression. You should never aim to make a bad first impression. You should always aim to make a good first impression on all of your new teachers and new classmates. You want your new classmates to see that, you are somebody that they would want to be friends with, and they are someone that, they want to hang out with and things like that. That you're a good person to get to know. and obviously once they see what you're like and how, see that you're a good person, they'll be more likely to want to kind of get to know you that bit better, and get to know more about you, to become more familiar with you, and that's not a bad thing. You'll probably get a few older kids that might take you under their wing for the first few weeks and help you settle in. Obviously, your teachers will help you your tutors will help you do that as well. You'll always have your main teachers, and then you've got your tutors. And your tutors will always help you settle in the first week and make sure that everything's going okay for you. But as I said, you're not expected to settle in within the first week of secondary school. Obviously I know what it's like, feeling nervous on the first day of school, getting ready to go up to a new secondary school. It can be, it's a big change to get used to. It's a big change to, kind of, it be a difficult change to get used to and be a tough one to get used to. But I don't think you're really expected to get used to it obviously within your first week or whatever. I think you're expected to kind of, you're expected to take your own time and settle in your own time and just go with the flow, obviously if you start getting bullied by anyone, just let them know, just let teachers know, just tell your parents. As soon as any bullying starts happening, just tell your parents so they can deal with it straight away. Obviously it's always best to tell your teachers as soon as any bullying does start rather than wait until it gets any worse. You don't want to delay telling your teachers that you're being bullied. Obviously you want to be able to nip it in the bud fairly quickly. So, telling the teacher straight away is always probably the best thing to do and probably the most sensible thing to do in this situation. Obviously with it being it's very important to tell a teacher as soon as possible that you're being bullied. You don't want to delay that. It's always best to kind of, nip it in the bud fairly quickly. But I'm not going to say you're going to get bullied in your first week of school. Obviously you probably won't get bullied in your first week of school, unless someone decides to be an idiot and decides to make your life an absolute misery. But then again, you don't want to let that person get to you. Just tell somebody about it straight away. The best thing you can do is tell somebody about what's going on, make them aware of what's going on, just tell them what's happening, tell them that, what's going on, make sure they know what's going on. That's the best thing you can do, is just tell people what's going on. The best thing you can do is kind of, obviously the best thing you can do is nip it in the bud fairly quickly. Obviously, I was quite lucky in my first week of school. Obviously I didn't go through too much bullying, for the first few weeks. The first few weeks, obviously it will be, you will find yourself getting more familiar as time goes on. You'll find yourself getting more familiar with the school and more familiar with the teachers and everything else, which is a good thing. It'll be a good thing for you to start getting more and more used to the school and the layout of the school and the design, obviously, and the way the school looks and everything. Obviously it's always best to familiarise yourself with the school and show everyone that, how good you are, and show them that, you're a good person at least, that there's someone that you would want to be friends with, that they would want to be friends with, and show them why, what makes you a good person, or what makes you someone to hang out with, or, show them what you're really like. Obviously, I'm not saying make an absolute prat of yourself, I'm just saying show them what you're really like. Show them the real you, show them how good you are, show them how confident you are, Don't let, obviously as I said, don't let the bullies win. Don't let any bullies intimidate you or try and do anything to you. Just, show them the real you, just show them how good you are. But as I said, don't make a prat of yourself in your first few weeks at your new school. Just go with the flow, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I guess that is the best thing you can do. You just show people how good you are. And show people that you're not you're not bad, you're like a sensible person, like a sensible human being. I think, obviously it's always good for people to see the real you and see how good you are. Don't be scared don't feel scared, you'll have plenty, you'll probably make plenty of friends at your new school. Obviously, as I said, it's absolutely fine to feel nervous in your first week at a new school. There's no real need to be frightened of feeling nervous, because you're gonna feel nervous in your first week at school, and it's a normal thing to feel. It's normal to feel like that. It's normal to feel nervous in your first week at school. Obviously you're not familiar with the school quite yet. It takes you a little while to get used to that, but you will get used to it. It will just take a little bit of time. It always takes a little bit of time to get used to it, but you do get used to it eventually. I know that. I remember how nervous I was on my first day at secondary school. I was very, very nervous. As I said, the school that I went to didn't have a uniform, so I didn't really have to get used to a new uniform, but I still had to kind of get used to going from 4 lessons a day up to about 6 lessons a day. I still had to get used to doing a lot of lessons that I hadn't done in primary school. Lessons like woodwork, was one of the lessons we did. Obviously, one of the lessons I wasn't familiar with. We had a salon. Obviously, we had a salon in the school as well. So obviously we did a lot of lessons in that. We did lessons in there. There was so much more to get used to. It's like, it feels very weird, like when you've worn the same uniform for so long. It can feel weird when you're wearing, to wear a completely different uniform after so long wearing the same uniform every day. It does take a little bit of time to, get used to not wearing that uniform anymore. And to get used to, wearing a new uniform. But you're not expected to get used to that you're not expected to get used to that straight away, as I said. It does take time. But eventually you will get used to it. Obviously starting secondary school is a very exciting time, but it's also a very nerve-wracking time as well. As the weeks, obviously there's literally only about, I think there's only about 3 weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks now, about 2 or 3 weeks left now, the summer holidays. So it's not that long now before schools are back. Obviously it will soon be time to see the school, to kind of get used to the new school. It'll soon be your first day of secondary school. Your first day of secondary school will soon be upon you. But you don't have anything to be scared about. There's no need to feel nervous, but if you feel nervous, that's absolutely fine. But good luck to all of you guys that are starting secondary school this year. Good luck to those of you that are starting college this year. Hopefully your transition goes well, and hopefully your first few, hopefully you make plenty of new friends, and hopefully the start, hopefully the start of the new chapter, the start of this new chapter in your life gets off to a good start. As I said, hopefully this new chapter of your life gets off to a positive start. Don't forget to make a positive impact on your teachers and your new classmates. But don't make a prat of yourself. Don't make a fool of yourself. You don't want to become. It's the worst thing you can become known for is being a class clown. You don't want to become known for being a class clown. Obviously I was never known for being a class clown, but I think everybody knows that that's not something that you want to become known for. Like, you don't want to become known for, for being a class clown in general, like, I mean, that's the worst thing you can become known for, is being a class clown. And being a class clown doesn't exactly help you when it comes to doing your schoolwork. It's it's not about being a class clown or being, being a class clown doesn't matter. Being the most popular kid in school, it never mattered to be honest with you, it never really mattered to me that I wasn't the most popular kid in school. That never bothered me, you know, and it shouldn't be something that bothers you. Like, you shouldn't be bothered about not being the most popular kid in school, because that, to me, that's just not, I don't get why that matters. I mean, yeah, I get that not being the most popular kid in school is something that seems to matter to some people, but I don't quite understand why, because being the most popular kid in school isn't all it's cracked up to be. Yeah, it comes with its own perks, but it also kind of, there is a few negatives. There is a negative side to being the most popular kid in school. As long as, I guess it's not too bad if you become the most popular kid in school for the right reasons. But you don't want to become the most popular kid in school for the wrong reasons. You want to become the most popular kid in school purely for the right reasons. But as I said, the most important thing is making a positive impact, making a good first impression in your first on your first date. Don't give the other students a reason to not like you or to hate you. But that's the worst thing you can do on your first day at school, is give students a reason to hate you or not like you. And you don't want to do that, you want to avoid that if you can. But yeah, good luck to those of you that are starting secondary school this year, and to those of you that are starting college this year. I hope you're looking forward to it. I hope you're not too nervous. Don't worry if you are. It's okay to be, it's absolutely fine to be nervous. Have a good start. I hope you have a good first day in your new school and new college. And good luck. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you for another one very soon. Bye bye.